5 months has passed since surgery, and just wanted to give a quick update and try a new format for videos and get some feedback on it. I asked my friends to submit questions that they wanted to know or things that they think I should talk about in a video. So I'm going to go from there. Update, I am down to 171.6. So since the day of surgery, I have lost 60 pounds, like 60.1 pounds. And since January, I've lost over 80. So I guess that's really good. I'm pretty happy with it. I wish I could have lost more. I think it's because I watch videos of other people and they might have started off heavier than I have or had just different surgeries, and they're like, oh, I've lost 50 pounds in 3 months, and I'm like, wow, I'm at 5 months and only lost 60. But 60 pounds is great when I think about it. 60 pounds is a lot of weight that I was carrying around. It's really hard to watch videos sometimes, and you're happy for the people because they've lost the weight and they're feeling great, but it's kind of like you wonder, am I doing something wrong? Going into that, I will start with questions. How am I feeling is one of the questions that I get a lot. If I'm feeling healthy or not. I feel so healthy. I'm a little sick right now, but it has nothing to do with my weight. I live in West Missouri, and we have really bad allergies here with ragweed. So the past couple weeks I've been a little sick with allergies and sinus things, but I'm feeling much better. Much, much, much better. I definitely have realized that since losing all the weight since January, I have a lot more energy. I try and get to the gym at least 2 times a week. Sometimes it doesn't happen, to be honest. My life is crazy. As I've said in the past videos, I work 2 jobs and I'm in grad school full time. So usually my nights off are to do homework. So when I get done with church on Wednesdays, I usually come home and do homework. But sometimes I'll take an hour and just go run and lift some weights. So I have actually enjoyed working out, and I miss when I don't do it, and my body can feel when I don't do it. So working out has become part of my routine. I'm feeling a lot better when I go do that. I'm proud of myself like a lot when I can do anything and not be completely almost dead when I'm doing it. So it's always great when I go in and I know that that's a small triumph for me, is to be able to go and run the mile. I also got a question on what my favorite healthy foods are. I am a huge vegetable fan. I love vegetables. I always have. Favorite vegetable is frozen peas. It was before surgery, and it still is now. I've always preferred whole wheat bread, so not too much there. And I don't eat a lot of it. It's just when I do, it has to be whole wheat or multigrain. I like eggs. I like eggs a lot more than I did before I had surgery, and I liked them then. But now, like, I figured out how to make like the perfect egg for me. So it makes me very happy to be able to do that. I've noticed that I can eat more now, and it kind of scares me. And it's one of my fears that I'm going to get to the point where I can eat a lot more again, and I'm going to fail at this, and I don't want to fail. That's a huge fear, is the thought that I could fail at a surgery that I had to help me lose weight and fail and still gain weight. But everyone told me that you go through that, so I'm hoping I get through it. Also heard before surgery they say sometimes your favorite foods you won't like anymore, and foods that you didn't like before you will like. I still like everything that I liked before. I love Mexican food, and I still love Mexican food. And I didn't like pickles, and I didn't like cottage cheese, and I still don't like pickles, and I still don't like cottage cheese. There hasn't been anything yet that I've had that I'm like, I don't want that. There's actually things that I do miss, and I know that you shouldn't miss food, but I do. And some of it's not food. I gave up soda in January, and I was a soda addict, and since then, I haven't had soda, and sometimes I do crave it, which is really weird because I haven't had it in 10 months now, and I still want it at times, and I still can taste the fizz, and I haven't had any carbonation since January, so that's good that I'm resisting the temptation of that. Another thing that I want sometimes is cotton candy, which I know is pure sugar, and I would get so sick. And I think it's just something in my mind. I think that I want it, and I really don't need it or want it for real. Things I like to do that have changed since I've had surgery. I feel myself like being a little bit more outgoing and more willing to put myself out there in playing games last weekend we had a bonfire for one of the girls in the youth group that I help out with, and we wanted to play a game, so we decided to play freeze tag. I haven't played freeze tag in years, so we played freeze tag, and we're running around, and I'm definitely by far not the fastest person out there, but I gave it my best, and I had so much fun, and by the end of it, I knew I had gotten a good little workout. I was sweating, and also I noticed I wasn't dying. Like, I could still breathe. I wasn't like that. I was breathing normal, so it was really cool to think that I was just playing a game, and I was running around keeping up with youth kids that are 16, 17, 13, and then some of the adult leaders, and I'm running around and I'm not winded. So that was great. I really enjoyed that. Hi, another question that I had a lot of people ask me was things I like to do that have changed since I've had surgery. My life is so busy that sometimes I don't get to have fun. I do find time to have fun. I like to, since I've had surgery, I feel myself like being a little bit more outgoing and more willing to put myself out there in playing games. Last weekend we had a bonfire for one of the girls in the youth group that I help out with, and we wanted to play a game, so we decided to play freeze tag. I haven't played freeze tag in years, so we played freeze tag, and we're running around, and I'm definitely by far not the fastest person out there, but I gave it my best, and I had so much fun, and by the end of it, I knew I had gotten a good little workout. I was sweating, and also I noticed I wasn't dying. Like, I could still breathe. I wasn't like that. I was breathing normal, so it was really cool to think that I was just playing a game, and I was running around keeping up with youth kids that are 16, 17, 13, and then some of the adult leaders, and I'm running around and I'm not winded. So that was great. I really enjoyed that. Some fears, one of my friends asked me what my hopes and fears are, and this is for my friend Stephanie, and she had gastric bypass as well, so it's really nice when you have friends that are close to you that have had it, because then they know the questions to ask when you need them to ask them. Fears. I fear that I'm going to stay at this weight that I'm at now, at this 171, and I'm not going to break the 170 mark. And I know it's ridiculous because it's only like 3 more pounds, and I'll be under the 170 mark. My goal is to be at 100 pounds underweight by my year mark. So that would mean that I would have to weigh 154.5. Yeah, 154.5 to have lost 100 pounds since January, but my surgery was in May. So if I get there by January, that'd be incredible. But if I get there at May, I'll be very pleased. Another thing I was asked is about my new wardrobe. I started out in an 18-20, really pushing on the 22. My 18-20s were pretty tight. So as you see, and I had another shirt on. I had a pink shirt on, and it's a crew neck. That shirt was actually a medium, and it's from Old Navy. And I actually own that same shirt in like 7 different colors because I got them on sale, and I had this problem. It's like my mom. When I find something I like, I buy it in multiples because I know that it fits well and I know that I like it, so why not get it in every color, So I got it in every color that they had, and they were on sale for like $2.25, so they were originally like $14.50 a piece, so I got them at a really good deal. Hopes. I hope that I continue to get healthier. I just want to be healthy. I don't know, like, hopes-wise, I just want to get through school right now, to be honest. I'm hoping that I don't die this semester. I have a big load, so that's one of my hopes. Another fear is if you had this surgery, I know mine's probably not as bad as some people, but I have flabby skin, and this isn't even like part of it. My here and on my stomach and on my legs, I'm becoming more self-conscious about it, and I just want to be comfortable in my skin. Hopes. I hope that I gain more self-confidence and self-esteem. Not to the point where I'm cocky, because I don't think that's me at all. It's not my personality. If you know me, I'm not like that. I have a really hard time taking compliments. When people say, oh, you look so pretty, or oh, this or that, I just kind of brush it off and say, oh, thanks, whatever, no, not really, and kind of turn it around on them, make them, I just don't know how to accept compliments. So I guess I hope I can learn how to take a compliment and know when they're genuine.